to get my phone to work. It wasn't wanting to go live. Had to go take it closer to my router for a few minutes. But we got it now. Oops. Tablet turned off. Okay. Looks like we have a few folks on. That's good. I have no plans for today, to be truthful with you. Yesterday, if you'll recall, we made the tassels for the tassel earrings. I finished that. And here is the second one. So the pair is made now. So that's what those look like. So set those over here. Yesterday on our members live, I started a fun little piece. And now the tablet's acting up. Ugh. There it goes. Okay, I think we got that fixed. It's like, ugh, everything wants to behave poorly today. So yesterday on our members live, we started a bracelet. I'm going to show it to you guys. We're going to finish it up next week on our Thursday on our members live, but we have started it. It is a pretty little macrame seed bead bracelet with some labradorite on it. So that is what we were working on our members live yesterday afternoon. We will be working on it again next Thursday on the members live. So if you're not a member and would like to become a member, there is a description or a link in the video here to do so if you want to. And like I say, we'll be working on this bracelet again next Thursday, hopefully finish it. So we have lots of things going on. So I really don't have a plan for today. I do need to record something for tomorrow also, so we'll see what we decide to do. We had started between Heather Beth and I a show for Fridays that is not working out. We have too many other things going on, so we probably, hi Carolyn, will not be doing that anymore, unfortunately, because I thought it was fun, but it is what it is. So what we're going to work on is a good question because I didn't really decide on anything for the day. Let's I'm debating if I want to get my Arctic Aurora kit out again and see if there's something we want to work on in there. There very well may be. I still haven't used my big pendant here, which I may want to bead this and do it. So actually, let's take this out, and as well as some of the other odds and beads that I think might go well with it, like our big crystals here, like these. And I actually have somewhere some actual abalone, which we might want to use. We also have some of the blue apatite. Or actually, it's blue jade, isn't it? Yeah, dyed blue jade. And let's see, what else do I want to use in this? We have some of our spacers. Get some of those little round sparkly ball spacers out. Put them on the mat here. just set it this way. Actually, did I not see? Oops, something just fell. I heard it go clunk. Oh yeah, we have our star chain. If we want to use that. We also have the companion bundle we can get into, see if there's anything in that we want to add to this. So we also have these big pretty crystals. You didn't miss much, Heather. I was just deciding what we're going to do. I'm thinking I'm going to use the pendant and make a necklace, but I'm trying to decide what I want to use with it, what beads we want to use with it. So I'm just playing with stuff right now to see what I've got here. And so, hey, Dawn. So I'm pulling out some things and we're just going to make some kind of a little plan to put this stuff together. And I did get extras of these pendants. I really liked them, so I figured, what the heck, why not? And I was thinking I have some abalone, but maybe not. I have all kinds of stuff I'm trying to see beside me here. I've moved my shelves around because I did some more glass beads up. See, this shelf over here is full of cases of glass beads in various colors. So I moved my gemstones on this side for right now. I actually am going to have to get another shelf because I'm running out of space. But I need to write on the outside of these boxes what's in them, at least color, because they're not all marked and it's like, what's that? So we're going to turn down though, and we're going to look at what I've got here on the mat and see if we can design a necklace with this stuff. So let's turn down. I thought I did. I'm not sure what I did, where they're at. But I do have the other abalone pendant. So if I don't use something on this, I can use it on a different one. So we have this beautiful pendant. Actually, I bought an extra strand of these blue beads. So if I decide to use the basic one, and then just spread other things through it, that I could do that. Let's get some, I think we'll go with that's black. Don't want black. Boy, I just want to grab the black out of here. It's the second black I've grabbed. I want the dark blue lapis. That's good. Drop your spools of wire all over the floor. Might as well drop those since I drop everything else, right, guys? Okay, we're going to get one of the big spools of lapis out since I can't find a small one. So we're going to use the lapis. Lauren's previewing a new bundle today. Well, that's nice. Unfortunately, unless I really, really want it and feel the need to stick it on one of my other cards, my business card is empty right now. So we have dark blue lapis. We have some of these. I'm thinking I also have these are a fun little spacer. Could use some of these. Let's get some of these cut apart so we can start forming stuff. Oh, there's a little seed bead left from making the tassels and stuff yesterday. My husband's talking to the cable company. They're trying to get him to buy the sports channel. And we don't watch sports at all. So it's like, we don't watch sports. We don't want to watch sports channel. But oh, come loose. Okay, so now we got all kinds of beautiful things out here. So let's decide how we want to. Well, let's get some of this put on the wire. I'm going to put up a bead stopper here so the beads don't sink into the spool and I can't see what's going on down there. We'll do what I've got done right here and see what that looks like, if it's something I like. Or not. So there's always that chance that I'll get it made and go, no. Put a couple of the little ball spacers here to go underneath our bale because I think it's big enough that they'll slide under there. Now this bale is soldered, so I'm leaving it in place. Normally these kind of bales I tend to pull off, but this one is soldered, so I'm leaving it here. Oh, I wanted 3. Okay, sorry folks, I had to get that restarted a little bit. It decided to disconnect on us, so I had to take the phone down. So I have got this so far, and I like this all right, but I'm sort of debating instead of using these, since this is the same coloration here, we're right here where we would be putting that again. So I'm thinking of switching it to the white ones here instead of the these, and seeing if that has enough of a differentiation that I like it better. So this is more or less, we're just experimenting right this second to see if I like this better or this better. And then we'll go with whichever I like better. Okay. Now, do we like the one this side better or this side better? Even if I were to leave it this way, I might later on, after the next 3 of these, put this side, this kind over here. This is pretty, but I'm not sure. I don't like the clear one better. Did everybody manage to come back when I had to redo it? It looks like we have 10 people on, so it should be. So anyway, we have our, I think I'm going to go for the white one in here and take these out. And so I like that, the white. So I think we'll just put these aside for something else. And we're just going to do the 3. We need to get some more of these little spacers out. And I may have to be careful because I'm not sure how many are still up in the box. But we'll see. He's doing better since they gave him a different pain pill. The pain pill he had been taking wasn't taking care of his pain, but they switched it. Now he's doing better. So it went off for a while. It just came. I just got it back on.
I just lowered the DirecTV bill $45 a month for the next year.
That's good. Sounds like anyway, so he's feeling better because of the new medication. It's still not great, but he says it doesn't hurt nearly as much. So here is how we're going so far. Let's see how long this is. I want this to be about between 20 and about 22 to 24 inches. We're at just 14 now, so we need at least another bit up the side here. But because I know about the size I want it, I'm going to cut my wire, which I don't do all the time, but I want to make sure I have enough of these little saucer spacers. So I'm going to cut about 26 inches. That gives us plenty if we want decide we want 24. Put a stopper on this so you don't lose all your beads, Rose. So there's 12, and then well, that didn't do it. I lost where my 12 was. So 12 is right here. Okay, that looks about good. So I'm going to cut this off right here at the spool. And I'm going to do this other side up in the white. I'm going to take out these guys here. We're going to need to move the wire around because we've got a lot more over here than over there. So there we go. I'm going to change this to the white ones. I think I like the white ones better. And I'm thinking I may want to make sure we got it going about the same here. Yep. I'm thinking I may want to switch to some smaller beads for the back. We'll have to see. Or I could put some of our chain up if I decide to do that. But so got to be careful of these little wires, these thin little wires they have in some of the beads, because they'll poke you something fierce if you're not careful. So I like these beads. They're really pretty. Hey, Leah. We haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you in. Now, like I say, I do have another strand of these blue jade so that I can get out, since we're getting pretty low here. So I'm liking it. Let's get you on here. And then I'm going to even out these lines a little bit so that we're not got a whole bunch more on one side than the other here. Just a teeny bit more up, and then we'll be evened out. We're pretty even now. So I'm going to put one more turn of the white and the magma color here, and oh my, you know, I was having I had that I have an issue with mine every once in a while. My hands, that the side down here goes numb, side of my arm and the side of my finger, and it's because of a screwed up a tendon way up in my shoulder. So I understand where you're coming from there. But it's weird how one part of your body can seriously affect a different part. But it happens, unfortunately. Oop, come here, you. Looks like I definitely need at least to get one of the strands of the blue jade out, because I'm about to, I won't have any more for the other side. I only have 2, so we need 3. So let's get those on. So now I need to get the other blue strand out that I purchased, which is a good thing I purchased it, since our necklace here is now missing one if I didn't have another batch. Wrong box. Now, we need at least one of these. So cut its string off. Whoa, good thing I had the stopper on there, isn't it?
Be back in a few minutes.
Okay, honey.
We'll go arrange PT.
All right. Okay, let's see how long we've got it now with this in here. They said now, see, mine only happens, thankfully, when I'm stressed, because then my muscles, of course, tighten up and pinch that tendon that affects my arm here. So luckily, if I'm not really stressed, I don't have a problem with it. I'm sorry that you are having the problem. It is rather disconcerting. Okay, we're at not quite 20, but I think I want at least another inch or two. I want it to be at least 22, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I wanted at least a couple more inches. So the question then becomes, do I want to put one of these sets on like this, or just add some more of the blue beads? Because we're at the, the pattern would start this section here, whereas this is, of course, going to be in the back. So then I have to ask myself the question, do I want to use these beads in the back, or do I just want to use my blue beads in the back? And if I only want a couple of inches, I might just want to just do another set of the blue, since it is going to be towards the back. And if I wanted to split it up, well, no, I'd rather not do that. I think maybe we'll just go with the blue, since I do have the extra blue. So let's get a few more of these guys out, since they're what's going in between. And we'll put 3 more blue on either side and see what we think when we get those on. We could put something between to separate them out. I was thinking of just putting one of the white ones in there, but this is all the white I have, and maybe we want to save that for something else. Of course, we do have the white moonstone. I could get one white moonstone and break the 3s up with that. Let's see what that would look like. I think we have some 8mm moonstone as well as some 6. Because I think the companion bundle gave us some 8. Yes, there is some 8 from the companion bundle. I'll just get a couple of these out and see if we like these as a divider between our blues. Just cut this loose here. See what we think of just putting one of these moonstone between the blue to see if that gives a little, since it is white and it will go in with the others. I'll just do it with this side. We'll see if we like it. If we do, then I'll break that back over there back up and put it in. Looks like, though, to do that, I'm going to need a few more of our spacer beads here, probably. I think I like it with the break, with that in there, just to bring the white up in here again. So we'll take these 3 off of here. We need a couple more spacers since I put some extra beads in here. Now I could call it good and just put the ball spacers in, but I think I do want these little guys in here. Now, for those of you who didn't watch me pull everything out, everything in here is from either the Arctic Aurora bargain bead box or the companion bundle, except for these little disc spacers, which I added out of my stash. But everything else is from the actual box. Oop. So I think this necklace is turning out quite nicely. I'm pleased with it. So let's see how long we are now. I said we needed another inch. I think we got a little more than an inch, and that's good. I like putting the moonstone up in here. If I hadn't just done them like this, I could have just put the moonstone in one of these spots too, and it would have looked really cool. But I like it as is. So, and it's going to be about the length I wanted it to be. Let's measure it out. I think it's probably going to be about 22 inches here. Ta-da, 22. So now it just needs its clasp on to be clamped and have its clasp, and it is done. I think it turned out really pretty. So, we can put our odds and things away. We didn't use our chain. We might use some of that for something else later, but right now all we need to do to get this necklace finished is to crimp the ends and how heavy is this? Oh, not as heavy as I thought it would be with all the stones. So we'll get some crimp tubes out. Crimp this side here first. Not sure if this will go through the blue jade, but will go through everything else. Come on, you. Where's your end? You stuck in the ball spacer? you go. Since this is the first end and we don't have to really be careful about where this where the extra string is right yet, or even how loose this is, I'm just gonna get this set in here, pull it up to where I want it, and we're gonna just crimp it right here. Then we'll fit the wire down around it after we get this side done. Now you can't do this with the other side, obviously, because if you do, then you're okay. Now let's just swing this all over to the other side. Now this side we have to be a good kids and pay attention to where it's at when we crimp it, instead of letting us get a lot of whatever in there. So we'll push this down a little bit so it's not too close to the crimp bead. You need a little space for your crimper. Get that crimped in there. Then we'll get in here and cut this baby off. There we go. Now it just needs a clasp. And it's finished. And it turned out so pretty. I like it. You think I'm going to like the spacers in the gemstone bundle? I'll have to check it out. Now we've got this done all except for its clasp. And we can decide what I usually put on a lobster clasp in case you want to have the in case you want to have some extender chain, which you can do. However, another thing we could do is in our little what did they call this bundle? The little tiny value bundle. They had these box clasps in here. And there's 2 in here. So we could put one of these pretty little box clasps on our necklace. Now I saw on the Beadbox Bargain site, somebody had showed these and said, how do you use these? It says it's a clasp, but I don't know how. We have a connector here and right down here. And this one has a jump ring on, so I'll probably take that off because I prefer an oval jump ring. But how you use these is, you see this has this little tab-like area right here at the very back end. You just push this button down and then pull out. And then to put it together, you put it back, you squish it down and push it back in. It's got a little notch right here. See here where it's curved in here? And then it's got the pressure, it pushes it up because it's not a deep fold in here. And the notch catches and locks it in place. So I think we'll use this little guy because he's cute. And so we're going to get a couple of Tinky Tots. I think we'll be fine with Tinky Tots for this connector. I said a couple. We're not having a party here. And we will get now, one thing I want to pay attention with this clasp, though, is because this has got a front because of our abalone here, and this is a sort of a front because of the way the box clasp works. You do want this piece to go so that it's at the back of your necklace, this connector, so that when you put it on, you don't have to put it on back upside down. So that is something to consider when you're using these kind of clasps, that they do frequently have a front back due to the fact of the way the connector, the box slide piece of your connectors there. So we're gonna close this onto here. Now see how I put this on, and this will make it be so that this is at the bottom of your necklace, as you know, at the back, as opposed to at the front. So I'm going to take that little jump ring that's on there off. It's a round jump ring. I don't care for round jump rings. So I'm going to take that off. Now, if I was going to use this jump ring, I could just open it and put it into place, but I'm not going to use it. Boy, it feels like it's welded. How weird. I'm going to go through that little slot there and close her up. Boy, that's tough to close. It doesn't want to close there. There it did. So now we've got our clasp on, and you just push it down and put it on, and it's finished. There's our necklace all done. Oh, hi, Georgina. Yeah, mine went actually out. I had to actually restart my phone earlier to get started because it just didn't want to go on. And then the show didn't want to come on. It just hourglassed. And then at one point during the show, it went down, and I had to turn my internet off and turn it back on to get the show back on. So here is our necklace all finished. Isn't it pretty? I think it turned out really nicely. So there we go. And if I wanted some slightly matching earrings, this is gold, but so we'll have to get some others, a different one, but we could. Sort of. Well, I need some more of my spacers if we're going to do this, but. The little donut spacers is what I'm talking about. I need more of. See. Well, let's get some silver ones out and a few of the little donut spacers and see about making an earring. I think that will be pretty to go along with. So we need 2 of these and 2 of these guys. And at least 2, if not 4, of the blue. Let's just push you over here. Want a couple of spacers. And we need a few of these spacers. Even number. And we need some well, that one's pretty bent. I think we'll use a different one. Now, this is the bottom. It would be the bottom ordinarily, but the little donut spacer, but it's going to fall right off because it has a big enough hole, see? So we either just need to start with one of the blue jade, which we could do. And we could leave it right there like this, or we could do the beads there. I guess it's pretty sturdily on there. So like this. So then it would match the necklace section right here. So I'm going to wrap these babies up. And then we have both a necklace and earrings, because that's that portion right there. These might be steel pins. They feel like they are. Come on. One. Ooh, sliding off, always fun. Come on, you go up in there. Retucked. Yeah, looks like it. So there's our, I just need to put the ear wires on, and we have a nice pair of earrings to match our necklace here. Now, if you wanted a little different or a little more plain, you could take and do like this section right here, or even this section if you're one of those people who likes little earrings. Or like that if you want this crystal. But if you, like say, if you wanted something smaller and more delicate, you could just do, since the moonstone is in there, you could just do the moonstone and the blue crystal like so. And that would make a simple one. Again, like I say, you could just use the white crystal and the blue. It's really simple, in my opinion, to just take from your necklace to make your earrings. Just look at your pattern, see what you've got there. Will this work as this, or would it work better as this? You could even make this like into a beaded hoop with like, this is the focal piece here and a few of the blue ones on the hoop, like so. Hey, Brandy. And so there are some ideas that you could use to make some more earrings if you wanted to. So I'm going to put this stuff aside for right now. And it's a little over an hour, but we usually go a lot longer than that. So let's see about making something entirely different. I should put my ear wires on these, but I will later. You guys know ear wires are not hard to put on. These are stainless surgical steel or stainless steel, whichever you want to call them, lever back ear wires. I prefer those. Most people are not allergic to this style of ear wire, so I frequently use those just to be on the safe side for people who have metal allergies. So. Once upon a time, I used to just put these directly onto the earring without a jump ring between. But if you need to, in order to do that, you either have to hardwire them on as you're wrapping them on, or they do have a split in them so that you can bend them open just like you would a jump ring. The only thing is that if you open them, especially if you can only open the gold ones generally once, and they'll break if you open them again. And sometimes when people want a different ear wire, like say, I've got lever backs on these, but I've got posts on these. What if the person who purchased these prefers posts, or vice versa? And then you would have to take them off and change them. And so it's much easier to do that with a jump ring, because it's much nicer to have to, when you're throwing something away, it's easier to throw away that jump ring if it gets weak than it is to throw away your whole earring because you broke something. So why I decided to, I probably will not use all of these items here, but I wanted to do something with our chain, why we have it out. And I think we're going to make some drop earrings with the chain. And I have to decide what I want to drop. So I may put the other things away until I make that decision on what we're dropping, as we may drop something from out of the other pieces. For instance, we have these cute little guys here, which could drop, or even the pretty little star. This little star is very pretty. It would make a nice drop, though I'd probably want something to go in with it to give it some a little bit of something extra, so to speak. So could even put in this bear. Now he doesn't look quite right with the drop. I don't like him. Well, I like him. I just don't like him with the chain in that spot. Oh, I forgot we had this clasp. We could have used this clasp on our necklace, but we didn't. So too late to worry about it now. Besides, I would have wanted it as a side clasp or a front clasp. So, though we do have these other abalone pieces, I forgot about these little guys in the companion bundle. These would drop very pretty for a nice little set of earrings here. Come on, let's have your other one out. Those would be a pretty drop. I think I'd only want maybe 2 stars instead of 3. These guys are going to go back in their home so they're not getting lost. Same with our white ones. Well, I think our white ones were in the companion bundle, as were these bigger mermaid beads. These blue ones were in here, but I'm debating. I think that might be too blue to go with this abalone. And my abalone is a little bit more plain. So, but I'll give it some thought. We might. Too sparkly. Here, you guys go in here, though. Come here, you. Come here. Maybe one of these guys. That might work nicely. What do you guys think? One of these little guys here with a couple of stars for a nice dangle earring. I think I like that better than I like the blue jade.
Sorry to interrupt, but Ray and Connie said to say hi
Oh, you saw Ray?
at the grocery store.
Oh, cool. Ray is my coworker from when I worked at the park in the warehouse. He had a stroke a while back. He was one of the victims of the COVID shot that went a little awry, so to speak. And so
His voice is raspy, but he looks pretty good.
that's good. So I think we'll do that. So these other long beads here, I believe were out of my companion bundle. So let's get those put away so they're not in our way. Let's see. You go here, I believe. Ugh. Come on, you little wire all wrapped up in my string. I had one of my viewers some time ago tell me that they didn't like it when I put stuff away when I was working on stuff, but I feel I need to frequently to get it out of my way because it's I'll end up dropping it all over the floor otherwise. So there's everything but the little silver spacers put away. So, and we could put one of those in here, just to add a little oomph if we wanted to. I think we're going to go with 2 stars. And I'm debating if we want to put on 2 of the sparkly spacers between this guy and the chain. Where's the other end of the chain? Right here. So here's with just chain. Here's with sparkly spacers. Let's get this chain cut right here. I'm pretty sure we have to cut these little pieces apart. I think I tested them once before and they're welded. So there's one section. And the other section's over here. I'll put our chain to the side here. So we're gonna so what do you guys think? Do we want let's put it more in the middle of the mat so you can see it better. We have a choice of just the crystal here with our abalone, or crystal with the little silver balls in our abalone shell. The sparkly spacers look good. I think they do. I'm liking them. It adds a little something, doesn't it, to have that little sparkly spacer in there. So we'll get a couple of more of the sparkly spacers. Now we're done. And we'll need a couple of jump rings for hooking our ear wires on. 2. Hey, look at that. It did just bring out 2. I have some eye pins, which I think we'll use and just do some, get our looper out and just loop these so that they will have simple loops. And they'll have less of a signature than a wrapped loop will. I will freely admit that I have trouble making simple loops myself. And the main reason is because I either A, cut my excess wire too short, and then I can't get it all around in a decent loop, or I cut it too long, and then I end up having to play with it. So that's why I use my looper usually when I'm have to make simple loops. So let's see, where's my looper at here? I know I had it the other day, so there it is. So if you haven't used the looper before, I get hold of my loop here, go through this spot right here, and there's a hole up here in the other side. Come on, hole, there we go. And you want to slide right into that hole and then get it as close as you can and snap, and then give it a little bend as you pull it off. Sometimes it doesn't close all the way and you have to get your pliers out to finish it, but this one looks like it gave me a good close. So again, hold the loop if you're doing it with loops, which is the only ones I really do it with, because I use this for making rosary chain or for what we're doing right now. And then so we'll push it up as tight as we can get it and snap and bend. So now I think this one stayed open a little bit, not too bad. So when that happens, I get my needle nose pliers out, which I don't use that much anymore, but I do every once in a while. We will just push it in and into place. Let's make sure this one was good. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh yeah, it was really well, except for the original loop looks a little open. So that's good. So now, been playing with them to get them closed. Now I got to open them. So we're going to open up each side here just enough to slide things on. So we're going to slide our abalone piece on here, close it up, open the other side up to this side, and slide our star chain on, close it up. So then we just need to put an ear wire on this one, and it's finished. Cute. I love a dangly earring. Now, because I used the big one at the bottom here, I'm going to do the same on the other one, because we don't want it to look way inconsistent. So flip it, get this one's opening. It's over here. Put our little stars on. Let's see, I want my stars to be facing the other direction. So I'm going to go from this side, close it up. And there is earring number 2. We just need to put it on our ear wires. And I will warn you, you're going to need 2 jump rings here, because this, to get this chain going forward, unless you use a post, you need to get the because these holes are going opposite directions. See how this one's going this way and this one's going this way? If you try to put this on, it's going to put your earring sideways. So you need 2 jump rings for this one. So I'm going to need to get another 2 out. But we're just going to use Tinky Tots to do this, so we don't have a big excess bit here. So we'll go through our regular one here, close it up, and then we'll get the second one, which we'll put the ear wire on. Well, that's not the way you're supposed to do it. Did I check these to make sure they worked good? I always check these because just like lobster claws, they have a spring in them. And if the spring is not working correctly, you will know it pretty fast. So there we go. There's our first one done. Now this abalone is much prettier than this one is, but this one's sort of interesting with its weirdo stripy pieces here. I think I got this backwards to the way I wanted it to be, but I can always fix that. See, this is the plainer abalone side, and this one is the fancier side here. So I think we're going to get back in here and open this bottom piece up. We're going to flip our abalone to go the other direction. Close it back up. Yeah, that's better. So there we go. There's our pretty little star and abalone earrings here. So that is a second pair of earrings. These are going to be sort of long since we put the other stuff in here. Let's measure, see how long they are. I like mine about 3 inches, so it looks like that's about my length. So there we go. Second pair of earrings. Thank you. I'm glad you think they're pretty. Very easy, very delicate, but pretty. Now, our original earrings we made, as you can see, are quite a bit shorter. But these are matchy-matchy to the necklace as opposed to being solely their own thing. So there's the other earring to match our necklace. Let's move these up so you can see everything. So there's our earrings. Actually, let's move them so you can see them the way you'd wear them. Let's get these guys out of the way. So we have 1 earring, 2 earring, and then this our second set of pair of earrings. These, like I say, are the matchy-matchy to our necklace. Here's our necklace. So there we go. All kinds of pretties today using our Arctic Aurora bundle and the companion bundle to the Arctic Aurora. And from the, what did they call that little kit? I cannot remember. Night something, I think. But this is a cool little clasp. So there we go, all our goodies. So let's turn up for a second. I think these turned out pretty nicely. here is our one to go to our necklace. See, it's a little shorter. And then the one we just made with the stars and abalone. Bit of a shoulder duster. And then, of course, our really pretty abalone pendant necklace. I think that turned out lovely. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed making all these wonderful fun things with me from our kits, I suppose I should say, since part of those were from the companion bundle, but I think they turned out really lovely. The white stone, I think they called that white opal glass beads are from the companion bundle. And that is the only thing from the companion bundle on the necklace and first pair of earrings. And the only thing not from the kit were the little donut spacers, which are from my stash. The second pair of earrings, the abalone, were from the companion bundle, and the chain and other pieces were from the original kit. So, love it, huh? Okay, thank you, Heather. Anyway, excuse me, been talking too long without any water. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed those. Heather, are you coming on this afternoon? I sort of assume you are, but you know what they say about assume. So I wanted to question that. Thank you. I think the pendant's beautiful too. So I ordered a couple more when they had them available. So I have another one right here. So we can make something else if we want. But see, that one's pretty too. I think abalone is a stunning bead. So that was our pretties. I thought the chain was from the original. Oh, it is. It goes up here with the other connector things. Okay, so there we go. That is our pretties for the day. And I will see you all on Monday. I will try to get a recorded video done for you tomorrow. Oh, you have the Gollum sneak peeks coming up. That's fun. So anyway, yes, I was showing earlier. See if I can get it again easily. Sometimes that's easier said than done. There's some of my black beading wire I dropped earlier. I was showing earlier my bracelet we started yesterday on the Members Live. So if you want to see some of the stuff that we sort of do on Members Live, I got this half finished. I'll be finishing it up next Thursday on our Members Live. So we have a beaded macrame bracelet here. I think it's going to turn out really pretty. We're actually at the halfway point, and what that means is I'm going to turn and I'm going to start down here and go up this way now so that our patterning goes in opposite directions. So this is what we're working on for our members. And if you want to become a member, there is a link in the description of this video. It costs $4.99 a month. You get a members video every Thursday. So that's fun. So anyway, we're going to go for the day. We've been on for an hour and a half. We've made 2 pair of earrings and a necklace, and I think everything turned out quite lovely. And I hope you agree, and we'll see you all later. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. I do have a recorded video for tomorrow. or I will have, but not live. And we'll go over to Heather at TT's Trinkets and Treasures in about a half hour. Gives us time to get something to drink, go potty, whatever you need to do before she comes on. She is going to show us a sneak preview of the Gollum beads that are going to be in the trunk sale this weekend, I believe. So anyway, I think that will be fun. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves. And this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. And we'll see you later. Bye-bye.
I went into Super One to get some moisture.